Bro, I swear on God, you on that book shit. This shit's so warm, baby. Is that my voice?
Right, hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over the lore of Deathbringer, the catalyst, how to get the catalyst, the gun, how to get the gun, and its perks. We're going to dive right in by reading the description, which is, sing them a lullaby of death and nothing more. Now this description is a quote that has no author, so we don't know who wrote this. We can only presume it's someone like Tolan the Shattered, as during the quest you have to talk to him a lot, along with Erismore, and there's also something to do with Simota. We don't know who does this quote. Then, if you go into the actual lore tab, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because all these quotes are by an unknown source. And they get smaller and smaller as they go on, there's 4 of them. So here's the first quote, that's the longest quote. I'll try and read this as clear as possible. The song is the antithesis, the song is destruction. The failure to master the harmonies of life has birthed the anti-creation, the sullen frequencies of ruin. Those sweet melodies carry with them more than death a rending of spirit and mind, a flaying of the physical self till nothing remains. That's the first quote. The second quote, like I said, is a little bit smaller. This starts with, the beauty of the cascading notes, the imperfect inflection of their tune. There has ever been and will ever be art in creation. So too, in the act of annihilation, erasure, and bittersweet finality. This is the song's truest gift. That's the second quote. This is the third quote. In its wake, once the echoes have rung their last, there is only silence and the grand splendour of nothingness. And then finally, thus is the song an end, and those who join its choir are death and nothing more. And then all it says is it's by an unknown source. Now, Deathbringer was first introduced in Shadowkeep, which was just after Forsaken. It wasn't a great weapon when it was released, but it was rather fun, as it's almost a combination of Dragon's Breath and Gjallarhorn from Destiny 1. Dragon's Breath, upon detonation, used to drop a fireball to the floor and do extra damage. And Gjallarhorn used to have tracking cluster grenades that came out of the explosion, hence why Deathbringer is very similar. However, last season, in Season of the Chosen, the rocket launchers received a large buff, and then this season, the catalyst for Deathbringer was released. So in Season of the Splicer, it has become a very, very viable weapon. Now, you can get Deathbringer by completing the quest named Simota's Necklace. This is a pretty hefty quest, but it's not too hard to do. It's all from the Shadowkeep expansion, so you do need Shadowkeep to get this gun. After all of this quest is completed, a portal opens up where Eris is normally stood. You walk through and you go left. You speak to Eris. She gives you a submachine gun, I believe. I don't know if that's always the reward, but that's what she gave me. Then she will give you what looks like a legendary quest, but if you go into your quest tab, it will be an exotic quest. You then follow these instructions, and after you've done all these instructions, which aren't too difficult, to be fair, one of them is a bit lengthy because you have to kill like a certain amount of enemies with just kill a certain amount of enemies. You have to kill bosses, mini bosses, and then just normal ads. But after you've done all this, you then complete the quest, and you get given Deathbringer. On the last quest, you have to kill a Death Singer, talk to Tolan the Shattered, and then he gives you the gun. Now, the perks of this weapon are, the exotic perk is called Dark Deliverance. Fires remotely detonated projectiles that drop void orbs on combatants. Hold trigger to fire and release to detonate. Volatile Launch. This weapon is optimized for an especially explosive payload, greatly increases blast radius, slightly decreases handling speed, slightly decreases projectile speed, and then Alloy Casing. Reduces weight for faster reloads, greatly increases reload speed, decreases stability. Now this one's called Dark Descent. The further a void orb falls, the more powerful its detonation becomes. Composite Stock. This weapon has a versatile dual-purpose stock. Slightly increases stability, slightly increases handling speed. Right, now, the Deathbringer Catalyst is like every other Catalyst, so it can be earned at any point. However, you can only earn it from completing Crucible matches, Gambit matches, or strikes. Now, I have found that it is completely random, but it does seem to have a high drop rate. Once you've got the Catalyst, the what you need to do to actually unlock it and equip it is you need to defeat 400 enemies with this weapon, so with Deathbringer. Once you get the catalyst, it gives you a perk called Dead Weight, which increases how quickly Dark Descent reaches its full potential. Now, Dark Descent is the further a void orb falls, the more powerful its detonation becomes. And then obviously, like every other, it generates orbs of light on multi-kills. Right, that's all I've got to say. If you've got any questions at all, if you've got anything you want to ask about this gun or any other guns, please leave in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Dripping like a school. Gonna forward school. Baby gonna screw. She funny with it. Cool. V54.